Hi, Carolyn here, trichologist at Absolique. Now the last step of some treatments would be minoxidil. Okay, so I don't normally use it on its own as a standalone treatment, and we have our own formula now which is compounded and is completely propylene glycol free, and it has some other amazing properties. So you know minoxidil on its own is not going to work for you, so we do it in a combination therapy. So if you're watching this video, potentially you have had a diagnosis and you have your prescriptive treatment. So when we're using minoxidil, it is wholly and solely for male pattern thinning which is not hair loss. Now the area of pattern thinning can be from where your hairline is seen, one finger forward to the back of your crown, or the back of the crown, and then we draw a line down to the ear. So I'm seeing a lot of pattern thinning come further down. So if we're going to treat it, we may as well treat that area. So it's kind of like a little triangle. So it is not needed anywhere else or for anything else other than pattern thinning. So most formulas come in a little eyedropper because it's very easy to distribute, and they potentially will draw up 1 ml. So this one's more of a drop and press. It really goes a long way. So we actually sort of just drop it onto the scalp and then you start pressing it in and around. So you really don't need to use a lot of product. So it's not about quantity, it's about coverage. So you're just going to make sure that the areas in question have enough product on it, or just have the product on it, because it will absorb in. Now minoxidil, it was a blood pressure tablet, so it is actually more of a crystal. So if you use too much of it, then it will leave residue in your hair and on your scalp, because it is actually a white powder, which you will see through the top of the container. So don't get caught in using too much. So I've probably used just over half a ml there. You would use obviously on the other side, and then you go through your crown area. So it's just a very simple drop and press. And when you're doing it yourself, you can feel where you're actually using the product. So you know where you've been and that you've used enough. So if you do get to that point and you need a wee bit more, that's fine. But we're just saying don't go using 2 ml, 3 ml, 5 ml thinking that you're going to get further effect. Now the one important thing here is any other treatments you've done prior, or if you haven't, you must have a dry scalp when applying minoxidil, because if it's on a wet scalp or on top of any other treatments, it will dilute the minoxidil and it won't get in. So we did quickly just give the hair a dryer with a hair dryer. You cannot use a towel because it won't be dried enough. And if you had other treatments on there and your towel dry, you're going to be wiping all of those off. So give it a nice quick dry, just focus on the pattern thinning area, and then minoxidil goes on. Now once it's on, you have to leave it to absorb in for half an hour. So if you're doing it over night time, you cannot go to bed for half an hour because you could wipe it off, and you cannot do it and then go and exercise. So we need to keep it dry, cool, and untouched for pretty much half an hour. So night time is much better. If you're doing it in the morning, obviously do it as soon as you get up, and if you want to go in and use styling products, you can, but don't touch the scalp. Okay, so everything from here on in would only be on the hair. So that's the minoxidil. Any questions, drop me an email, info@absolique.com.au.